Now, I feel like this girl, Monifah and Irene, I think they was already getting down doing, doing God knows what in hotel rooms before this whole incident ever happened. It's just that they stuff wasn't out on the street yet. So, and it seemed like I said, it was Kanika's first time. It's Irene's birthday. You could tell she's running the show. Clearly, all the stuff she's doing. Got on them bug-eye glasses, that ugly duckling of a thing. She just that ugly friend, And one thing that got me about the police is I felt like they should get everybody's name that was in that room. They should have been writing down everybody's name or handed out tickets or something. And, I don't think that the cameras in the hotel worked. I think the only camera that worked was the one at the front desk. So, that's the crazy part. And what best friend leaves you when you're at a party together? We came together, we leave together. I don't know any best friend of mine that would leave me at a party. That doesn't even make no sense. And a girl her age is not going to leave her phone. So that got me how, the girls are calling her mother at 4 something in the morning talking about we have her car keys and her phone. You don't know any teen adult that's going to leave their daggone phone, let alone with some females. I mean, I wouldn't have even trusted them to leave my phone with them. So I just feel like it's something more to the whole story. And people keep talking about the glasses. The girl with the Inspector Gadget glasses, the ugly heifer, them glasses had nothing to do with it. So that's just like something that people are focusing on because they're thinking that they see things in the glasses. Honestly, I just see the people sitting in the room in the glasses. But if you think about it, those glasses have a mirror effect. So, I don't see anybody doing anything on no bed, nothing that they shouldn't be doing. And I really do think the little girl, Kanika, was a good girl, that she got caught up with the wrong people. And that is what ultimately led to her death. But in this whole situation, if you're there by association, everybody that was in that room should be charged with some type of crime. And even, they're saying today that the autopsy was inconclusive. Even if it is inconclusive, somebody has to pay for this. So whether it's the rape or that people brought her there with bad intentions, someone has to pay because a crime was committed, which ultimately left someone losing their life. She is not here anymore. She cannot speak for herself anymore. Her parents will never see her. They will never see her go to college, graduate, have children, get married. They have lost a lot. So it just angers me that these kids were so drunk and stupid and high. And my only other thought is that maybe when Monifah made her go out in the hallway, she probably told her to go meet these guys and, over where that construction site was, where that freezer was. And maybe she met with these guys and they probably ran a train on her. And being so drunk and inebriated, you don't know, they could have put their hand over her mouth to quiet her. They could have held her down. I mean, there's a lot of ways that someone can die when they are inebriated. And especially inebriated bad. You could get alcohol poisoning and laying her on her back. She could have choked. She could have even had a seizure. And they didn't know what to do but to put her in that freezer. But something happened. She didn't walk in the freezer. She didn't get confused. Someone put her in there. And that baby died in that freezer. How heartless can people be? And they probably thought that nobody would find her because who would think to go in that construction site? But that body, it wouldn't smell for a couple of days because it would have been in that freezer. Growing up, I used to lie to my parents. Yeah, I used to go out, places that I wasn't supposed to be. But there is a lesson to be learned in this whole situation. And I mean, this is why to this day, I don't trust other women. I can have you could be my best friend. But the one who's screaming, I'm your best friend, is the one that will stab you in the back. So you just never know. You got to watch people's character and who they are and watch how they act around you. You can tell sometimes when somebody is envious or jealous of you. And that is what happened to this child that eventually led to her death. These girls knew that that little girl was pretty and that she was somebody. They wanted to sit up there and make money off her, but it went all wrong and she died. And they got scared. And that's why they're sitting up here changing their story back and forth, not saying nothing. They know what happened to that child. Ain't no way I go to a party and I don't know what happened at that party. Drunk, high, or anything. People get drunk all the time. And I remember stuff. I'm going to remember pieces, but I'm going to remember stuff. So, you know, there's no way that they don't know what happened. But somebody gonna sing. Eventually, somebody gonna sing. And I don't think it's gonna be that Irene girl, because she's real tough. You could tell that she's like one of those chicks that'll cross you, stab you, double cross you. She don't care nothing about nobody but herself. That's a heartless woman. She's very heartless. But that other little girl, Monifah, you could tell she's a person. She's got some type of compassion. She going on Facebook writing all these posts all night because she knows something happened to her friend, and she knows that she wasn't there like she was supposed to be, and that she had set her up and was there for the wrong reasons. I mean, just look on the camera at what's going on. The people behind the scenes. Not even looking at the girl in the glasses, just looking behind the scenes. A whole bunch was happening in that party. I mean, even if they couldn't be arrested for murder, the stuff that was happening at that party shouldn't have been happening. And the manager, if he let them have that party at a discounted rate, he's also responsible, because he should have been up there watching. And when you see the little girl go across in front of the counter at 3-something in the morning, you should think it's strange that a little girl would be walking around out there, because she's not nobody big. I mean, looking at her, I would thought she was like 15 years old. So ain't no way I'm gonna let her pass in front of me and not say nothing or look to see what's going on. I mean, it's just strange. It just doesn't make any sense. And all of it is strange. Some strange stuff was going on in that hotel. Some strange stuff happened to that child. And she's gone now. So the police need to get to work. Instead of everybody trying to figure out the case for the police should be up here fingerprinting that freezer. Fingerprinting every little room that was around that area. They should be looking on that carpet, finding evidence, you know. They should be back in that room where the party initially had. That room should not even be clean. They should be going through that whole room, top to bottom. The bathroom, scrubbing everything. I mean, Q-tipping everything that you can find. Because something happened to that girl. If it didn't happen in that bathroom, then it happened downstairs where that freezer was. And the only people that would know about that freezer or even have access to it are people that work at that hotel. So the only clue that I can tell you that's definitely true of the whole thing is that Irene knew about that freezer. She knew the construction that was going on. Other employees of the hotel also knew. So Irene's either involved or somebody in that hotel. But they know what happened. And Monifah, ain't nobody crazy. You best friends with somebody. You done known me best friends since the 3rd grade. And you don't know my whereabouts. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with you. That don't make no kind of sense. She brought her in that hallway. So as far as I'm concerned, you killed her. So wherever you sent her to go to, that's what happened. But I just feel bad for the whole thing. You know, I'm not a detective. I'm not a police. I'm not anybody special. But I did want to put in my 2 cents. And I'm sorry that happened to that child. And I just hate to see that people will get away with something like this. I just can't imagine that mother and the pain that she's going through. And she's really holding it together for all that she is going through. Especially not being able to see your child and having to stand outside and wait while they look for your child for an entire day when these little hoes know what happened to your kid. It's crazy. Ain't no way.